Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our today's topic is about food and nutrition. Food is a fuel for living organism. It provides energy for performing different life process. Food is also used for the formation of new protoplasm, which new protoplasm are required for growth and to warn out the different parts of the body. Food also prevents certain diseases like lacking of food causes many diseases, lack of protein causes kwashiorkor in children, lack of vitamins causes certain diseases. Now nutrition. Nutrition is a process involves different steps. The first step of nutrition is ingestion, that is the intake of food through the mouth. Ingestion is actually the intake of food through mouth. The second step of nutrition is digestion. Digestion is a physical and chemical breakdown of food into small soluble molecules occur in the first part of the gut. Digestion is a process in which large food molecules break into smaller food molecules in the gut. The part of the gut starts from mouth. It is the digestive gut, right? Okay. The third step of nutrition is the absorption of food. Absorption means uptake of the soluble product of digestion across the gut wall into the blood. It occurs in the last part of the small intestine. It is the small intestine and the absorption occur in the last part of the small intestine. This last part of the small intestine is called ileum. It is called ileum. The fourth step of nutrition is assimilation. Assimilation is the process taking place in cells where the product of digestions are built up into large molecules again. When food absorbed into blood, they reach into the cell through blood, and in the cell, the product of digestion are built up into large molecules again. The smaller molecules build up in the larger molecules again. For example, the smaller molecules are amino acid. They again build up into protein. The last step is digestion. Digestion is the removal of the undigested waste product from the end of the intestine. Now, the digestion in human being. As I have already told, food such as a piece of bread contains various carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. But the cells that make up the human body are composed of different carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. Before they can be used by the body, the substances in the bread must first be broken down into their molecular building blocks so that they can be absorbed through the gut wall into the blood. This breakdown of food is called digestion. Digestion is the process in which large food molecules break into smaller food molecules with the help of different enzymes. Now it is the digestive system of human being. The digestive system of human being consists of alimentary canal. It is the alimentary canal. It starts from mouth. It is a tube-like structure. It starts from mouth to anus. And the two digestive glands involved in digestive system, that is liver and pancreas. The structure of alimentary canal. The order of organs that make up the alimentary canal is as follows. The first is mouth. Digestion starts from mouth. Then esophagus. It is the esophagus. Stomach. Small intestine. It is small intestine. Large intestine. And finally anus. There are two digestive glands, liver and pancreas. Now the movement of food. After food has been ingested at the mouth, it is moved along the gut by the contraction of muscles in the gut wall. This contraction and relaxation is called peristalsis. It is a rhythmic wave of contraction and relaxations passes down the gut, pushing the food along. This is known as peristalsis due to the contraction and relaxation. The muscles contract, it means contraction and relaxation. Peristalsis is an involuntary process that is not under conscious control and is coordinated by the nervous system. It takes place throughout the length of the gut. It also helps to mix the food with the digestive juices. Due to peristalsis movement, the food passes into the alimentary canal and digestive juices absorbed in the food. Mix or absorb in the food. The gut is also known as alimentary canal, as I have told you, and is a diagram of the human digestive system, and which is made up of alimentary, associated with alimentary canal and two glands, that is liver and pancreas. Now the digestion in the mouth. Digestion begins in the mouth, where chewing by the teeth break down the food into manageable pieces and increase the surface area of the enzyme's action. Teeth break down the food into smaller pieces, which increases the surface area of the food, and because of the increase of the surface area, enzymatic action, enzymes easily act on the food. The salivary gland secretes saliva into the mouth. There are three pairs of salivary glands present in the mouth, and which secretes the enzyme called amylase, 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 which begins the digestion of starch. Starch is a carbohydrate, and amylase digest starch. Saliva also moistens and lubricates the food so that it can pass along the next part of the alimentary canal, that is esophagus, which leads to the stomach. Now the digestion in stomach. Food is retained in the stomach for several hours. Stomach store the food. It stores the food and held back by a ring of muscles at the outlet of the stomach called sphincter muscle. The stomach wall secretes hydrochloric acid. In the stomach, the glands are present and they secrete the hydrochloric acid, which makes the stomach content acidic. And this is important. This has an important function. It kills any bacteria present in the food and it protecting the person against food poisoning. The function of hydrochloric acid is to kill the bacteria and germs present in the food and protecting the person against food poisoning. Glands in the stomach walls also secrete the protease enzyme called pepsin, which breaks down protein into shorter chains of amino acids. When I have taught proteins are the large molecules and the pepsin break protein into shorter chains of amino acids. These are broken down completely into amino acid in the small intestine. Right? In the stomach, complete digestion of protein does not take place. It only converts protein, it only breaks down protein into shorter chains of amino acid. Pepsin is an unusual enzyme because it has evolved to work at an optimum pH of 2. Pepsin works at an optimum pH of 2, while most enzymes work best at pH 7. This adaptation is needed because the stomach contents are acidic, because in stomach secretes HCl. After some hours, the semi-digested food is released into the first part of the small intestine called duodenum. It is the pyloric sphincter. Because of its opening, food goes into small intestine and the upper part of the small intestine is called duodenum. Now the digestion in duodenum. Several digestive juices are added to the contents in the duodenum. The pancreas, it is a pancreas leaf-like structure. It secretes pancreatic juice, which contains 3 enzymes acting on starch, proteins and lipid. And in addition, the liver secretes bile, a green watery liquid called bile. Bile is stored in gallbladder and passes into the duodenum via bile duct. It is a bile duct. Liver secretes bile. Liver secretes a green watery juice called bile. Bile stored in gallbladder, and with the help of bile duct, it goes to duodenum. There are no enzymes in bile, but it contains substances known as bile salts, which converts lipid into a suspension of tiny droplets called an emulsion. Bile, the function of bile, it emulsifies the fat or lipid. The emulsification increases the surface area of the lipid so that it can be more easily broken down by the enzyme lipase. The function of bile is to emulsify the lipid. After emulsifying means the large molecules of lipid converted into smaller droplets, which increases the surface area of the lipid